Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis and above me is Jordan. We've got another video coming to you today, guys. We're going to be looking at 5 left backs that could come into the club. Obviously now there's a lot out there, so these are just 5 that we've sort of had some links with. But obviously there's loads out there, so we might have missed some off the list. And as well, there's a split between City fans of whether we should be replacing Mendy or keeping Mendy as our first choice and sort of replacing Zinchenko, which is obviously then you'd be looking at sort of a different quality left back. So we've just gone for 5 that we found that City have been linked with, got some information about them just so you can sort of see it. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on, and if you like the video, please smash the like button. We are looking for 100 likes on this video to try and get other City fans involved with the channel. Okay, so who we got first, bro?
Well, first on the list is Alex Telles. He's a guy that we've kind of been linked with. I think more fans' choice. I see every time we do a live stream or anything, we always see this guy's name pop up. He's sick on FIFA for people who play FIFA and Ultimate Team and stuff. So that means it's a win for me. But nah, we've watched some videos, done some research on him. He does look decent. He looks really good. I think he's the oldest on this list. Estimated value about 30 million. Apparently he's got 1 year left on his contract, so Porto aren't really in a state of asking for too much money for him. There are rumours that PSG are in for him as well. I think it's for the price, looking at around 25 to 30 million pound. You're getting a very good option, and as we've discussed before with the Koulibaly situation, age really it's just a number at this point. Like 27 years old isn't that old. Like people need to get that into their head that 27-year-old isn't past it yet. It's
not even at peak yet, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Isn't it?
Peaked.
He's quick, fast, and he's really skillful, which is, and he does look like he'd fit into a Pep side as well. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think if we got him, I don't think it'd cost too much, and it'd be a good option. Probably one to replace Mendy with. I don't think you could get him and just play him on the bench, but he looks really skillful. We've got a decent cross on him and doesn't look too bad defensively as well, which is a major key. Obviously with the Mendy situation, he's not the best defensively. It would be nice to bring in someone who can defend a little bit better. But yeah, he's your option 1. A lot of City fans out there have sort of recommended this guy. Like Jordan said on the live streams, we've got a lot of City fans saying City should go in for Alex Telles. There are a few links with him, like in the papers and stuff. There are a few. We've been linked with other left backs more, but this was sort of like a City fan pick. So yeah, if you've not seen him, should try and watch him because he does look pretty cool. He looks pretty class. So mint, right? Okay, who we got next then? So we got David Alaba. Okay, so we've all seen David Alaba play football. We all sort of know what he's like. He's 28 years old, which is mad because he's been around for so long. Like.
He's been on the scene forever.
Yeah, he must have broke in when he was like 16 or something because like that is crazy. I was only 28. So we've all seen him play. We all sort of know what his style of play is. He's not really as skillful as Telles, who was obviously we just saw. He's more of like just a real good solid option. He's great on the ball. He can go forward and he's good going forward. And he's probably out of all the left backs that we're going to look at, he's probably up there with one of the actual best defenders as well. But another good point about this guy, which I'll let you take over, is the fact that he can play pretty much anywhere on the pitch. Yeah,
the fact that the fluidity of this player kind of like is a massive plus. So you could pay, say, his estimated value is around 40 million. If you pay 40 million pound, it's almost like you're getting more than one player because he can cover all different positions. The guy can play centre defensive mid, he can play centre back, he can play left back. I'm pretty sure if you put him in net, he'd do a good job. So that side of his game is massive because with us having our defensive issues, we can choose to play him at left back. But if we say like Laporte gets injured or something, he can always step into that. Which I think that is a massive bonus, especially for City, like in our current situation of leaking goals. I agree with you though. He is really good, and I think he is probably one of the best actual defenders. He's a very complete defender. So yeah, I think he's one of the options that I'd favour over in this list. Yeah,
and obviously he's only got 1 year left on his contract as well, which we all saw what happened with Sané. So it's never good for the selling club in that position when the player's only got 1 year left on a contract. So we might be able to do something there and take a little bit of revenge on Bayern Munich. So yeah, he's the second player.
Next, Grimaldo. I'd never really seen much of this until he got mentioned to us on a live stream a few live streams ago, a few videos ago. I haven't seen much of him before then, but he looks decent. He looks all right. People comparing, like it says there, people comparing to Jordi Alba. He does have a bit of pace about him. He's good on the ball, and I think he's more. Do you know how people say that the attack outweighs the defensive abilities? I think maybe this guy kind of falls into that category.
Yeah. Well, I have seen a lot of him because as soon as Pep came to the club, we were linked to this guy. We've pretty much been linked with him every single summer up until we signed Mendy. So I have actually seen quite a bit of him play, and yeah, the Jordi Alba comparison, I do see that. I see that. That is actually a pretty good comparison. My issue is it's that he's better going forward than he is defensively, and I just think, having watched Mendy struggle at times defensively, I don't know if I'm ready to see another left back come in who's that sort of player. I mean, Mendy's good defensively. It's just he can be a bit dopey and do stupid stuff like we saw at Wolves that time. That's probably what I'm more annoyed about than the fact of being slightly less better at being able to defend. It's just the sort of dopiness that you see sometimes. Grimaldo, yeah, he's a good option. Not got too long left on his contract as well, so the fee shouldn't be that crazy. I think he's just exactly that, guys. He's an option. If you really wanted to sign a left back and you wanted someone to come in through and be able to play in the Pep system, he came through Barcelona's academy, so he's going to be able to fit in the style of play pretty easily, you'd expect. So yeah, he's an option. I'm sure there'll be some people thinking, yeah, they want him to come in, but for me, I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on him. I think I need to watch a little bit more of him, but.
Yeah, I agree with that, and we need to see a bit more of this guy before I can put my eggs in that basket.
Yeah. So what was he? He was our third choice, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, who we got next then? Let's have a look. We got Lucas Digne. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. So this is an interesting option because we sold them a left back is he a left back? Fabian Delph sort of his second position, and we could now be going to them and asking them for their main left back, Lucas Digne. Okay. So. Let's talk about the style of play. He's good going forward. He's decent. I'd say he's probably better than Alaba going forward. Defensively, he's all right. He's pretty solid. He's pretty sound. I was speaking to an Everton fan last night actually, and he was saying that, not this season, last season, he was insane. One of the best sort of performers at the football club they've had for a long, long time, and they thought that they was going to lose him in the last transfer window in the last summer, and they were surprised that they were able to keep hold of him. They said this year, not really kicked on, and if anything, he's gone backwards slightly. That's obviously a concern because you want some consistency, you want to see continuous improvement. But he's only 26. Obviously, got his best years ahead of him, and I think that this could be a good option. The problem is here, guys. I don't care about his contract expiry. Everton will roast us if we go anywhere near this guy. We ring them and be like, "All right, mate, Lucas," and they'll be like, "No. 100 million," they will literally roast us for the fee. We've seen it before with John Stones, we've seen it with Julian Lescott, and yeah, that is his estimated value. However, if we bought him, you're paying 50 million easy because it's Everton and that's what they do.
I think the issue is as well, what you got to look at is this guy's 26, Tellez is 27, and you're going to be paying a lot more, like you say, because of Everton, just as the club they are.
Good point, yeah.
We're going to be paying a lot more for Lucas Digne, where you can go and get Tellez for 30 mil.
Yeah,
who's only got 1 year left in his contract. So I think, although he does look like a good defender, he is a good left back, and he'll do well at Everton. Like I said, he's not really pushed on this season. However, I do believe he has quality. I just think it's not a suitable option for us because of price wise.
Yeah, it's not worth the money, is it?
Yeah, we can get better for less.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a feel on that one for me. And it is a little bit of a worry that he's not really kicked on this season. But yeah, I've seen him play a few times this year, and he's looked really, really good. And I can see why there will be teams sniffing around. And it would not surprise me at all if he ended up getting bought by one of the bigger clubs. Another thing just to throw in the mix about the fees, Ancelotti's come out and said there's no way he's leaving. Well, that's just if anyone wants him, that's an extra 10-15 million pounds. It doesn't actually mean he's not leaving. It just means that. Maybe they think, we do actually want to sell him and just trying to get extra money for him. So that could be tricky for me, that guys. I don't see that one happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, okay, who's the last pick, bro?
Last on list, Theo Hernandez plays for AC Milan at the moment. He's valued at 30 million, although I think that will be a lot higher. He's only young and he looks very, very good. I think you know more about him than I do.
Yeah, I've seen him play because I think he used to play for Atletico. Then they sold him to Real Madrid, and then they sold him to AC Milan. Now, the fee is very difficult because some papers were saying 30 million. Some papers were saying like 60 million. I mean, we could have just gone in the middle, to be fair, but yeah, that's sort of what we've gone for, just because there was more papers sort of and more rumours linking us with that sort of fee. But don't be surprised to see that fee go up to anywhere to 50 million, maybe even plus, because he's had a decent season this year. His brother still plays in Spain, I believe, and he's a totally different type of player. He's a bit more like solid and just chills, whereas this guy likes to go forward. I actually read an article, and they said on the article, it was like a scout report thing. They said they've never seen a player nutmeg as many players as this guy does. And then I was watching a few videos, and literally it was just constantly nutmegging players.
The highlights was just nutmegging players.
Yeah, it was crazy. But like I say, when I have watched AC Milan play, which to be fair is not a lot, but I have seen him play a few times. He looks decent. He looks good. He likes to get forward. He's not that pacey. So if you're looking for a player who you really want to be bombing up the line, that's not him. He's more of a technical type of player. He's really strong. He out-muscles players off the ball quite a lot. As you can see there at the bottom of the sort of fact file. I think this is a good option. He's really, really young. I think this one could be one that works. Obviously, he's come from Spain, so you know his passing ability and his sort of ball control will naturally be up there. You know, the way that they sort of train the kids when they're young. So yeah, I think this could be an option. It's just whether or not it depends what AC Milan offer him, because I saw another few articles and different articles, but we're all saying the same thing: is that he's the most wanted left back in the world. Well, in that case, then that fee can go right up from 30 million.
Yeah.
So it just depends what City want to do here. Do they want to replace Mendy, or do they want to buy in someone to sort of be under Mendy and just better than Zinchenko? That's the question, and that's why this sort of video is kind of difficult to put together, because you don't really know what you're looking at. You're looking at someone to come in to replace Mendy, or someone to sort of be his understudy. So I think we've basically gone for someone to replace Mendy. But yeah, you could look at it either way. Like Grimaldo, would he come in and just sit behind Mendy? You don't know. Digne, he possibly could as well. But sure, a tricky one. Have you got any more thoughts to add on Hernandez, or
No,
covered it?
No, I think you covered
It is a weird
well.
one, guys. Let us know if you've seen any of these players play, and it's sort of something that we've missed. I think we've covered it, to be fair. Or is there any other left backs that we sort of missed out? And the main question for me that I'd be really interested to see in the comment section is, one, should we be buying a left back? I think a lot of people have now come to the conclusion that we do need to. Two, are we buying someone to replace Mendy, or are we buying someone to replace Zinchenko? Because that's vital, because who are you looking at? Are you looking at a world-class left-back to replace Mendy, or are you looking at someone who is just a competent left-back who can come in and just sort of, a bit like Cancelo does, on the right-hand side, you sort of come in, can sit on the bench and then come in and sort of play when required. So let us know, because I'm sort of interested, because I've still not made my mind up. I don't know who we should be signing. I don't know whether we should replace Mendy or replace Zinchenko.
Yeah, that's the big question. Replace Mendy, replace Zinchenko. One of the two. If it is, out of our five, who would you choose? Like Lewis said, if we've missed one, then let us know who the alternative options are. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. We're aiming for like 100 likes on this video. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to make sure you get notified every time that we do a video. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.